of that, Uncle Ayan, you wanted to share something?
Yun nga yung kanina. I mean, this is not the first time na nangyari yung ganyan that public officials have been asked. May mga issue na binato sa kanila. And what is the best thing that the public official can do? Answer. Head on.
Correct.
Just like what PRRD is doing. I mean, in front of PR Anyada, sinabi ni PRRD, kung kasali si Bongo dyan sa issue mo dyan sa sinulat nyo, right there and then tatanggalin ko si Bongo. That is how a public official should
the entire deal. Bongo explained the entire deal.
Exactly.
Based on an insinuation sa post-it. Diba?
Oh.
Why can't Martin Romualdez do that?
Diba nawala kagad yung issue ni Bongo after that? Kasi nagiging big issue siya during that time I forgot what year was that, but when the public official, when PRRD said right in front of PR Anyada, natatanggalin niya si Bongo pag hindi niya napatunayan, tumahimik si Pia, kasi wala silang wala na silang mabato
Ayun.
Ganun lang.
May gusto kang i-add Hope, before we go to Finn?
Yeah. I'm with you guys. Don't get me wrong. I'm anti-MR, to tell you honestly. But it's just that gusto ko lang yung fair lang, everything. But I guess I rest my case in terms of your discussion. So I'm with you with asking them questions regarding the funding, etc., etc. So I'm with you, but inano ko lang yung certain points lang doon na need lang siguro ng verified, because if Rappler do that also, I'm doing that also. I'm very glad in parang sobrang sama ng loob ko. Yeah, I understand dapat sagutin nga ni MR if it's incorrect. Yun yun sa akin. If I'm doing that, because same thing then, if Rappler do that also, if ABSM do that also, same range din yung ginagawa kong Hindi ko sinisingle out lang yung Rappler lang. But with that certain points lang, kung bakit din ako nag-range na nag-question din dun sa ganong aspect. Because I think yun yung sa tingin kong dapat. But I rest my case, I'm with you, I'm questioning them. I'm totally okay with that.
Actually, Hope, even yung comparison ng ginagawa ni SMNI at ni Rappler, the insinuations that they throw are very, very different. Yung kay Rappler talagang malicious and everything. But be that as it may, sinasagot ng government. Yung insinuation ng SMNI is actually very, teddy bear nga yun Sobrang teddy bear nun, sobrang bait pa nun Diba? Parang, it's miles apart. So parang sa akin, there is really no point in saying na parang, how are you going to do that? How are you going to make reasonable insinuation against public official? That, it's the last thing of your concern dapat na. Sa totoo lang, ang bait-bait pa nung SMNI dun sa tanong nila na yon. Yung parang, merong nagsabi dito galing Congress. Meron daw 1.8 travel expenses kay Martin Romualdez. Kay Martin Romualdez lang daw ito. Diba? And then they were demanding answers. They're demanding ganyan-ganyan. Then if you're going to give premium na parang, ano yan? Parang, pagka inano mo kasi na pagka sinabi mo kasi na, saan galing yung 1.8? Hope, you are enabling Martin Romualdez not to answer the question. Pagka question mo kung saan galing yung 1.8.
Pero kailangan niya mag-answer. I agree with you na kailangan niya mag-answer.
Kaya nga tumaas ng kilay namin doon. Kaya nga kami, parang we do not take it parang sitting down na parang, bakit concerned ka sa 1.8? Hindi ba dapat sagutin niya ni Martin Romualdez? 1.8, 1.7? As long as, di ba? As long as the question is reasonable. I mean, as long as siya ang humahawak ng pera sa House of Representatives. At as long as lahat ng cheque sa kanya dumadaan, he has to answer. The insinuation is reasonable. The amount...
I agree with you na kailangan mag-answer ni MR with that. Para soplakin niya kung ano yung sinabi ng 1.8 million.
Exactly. Yun yung dapat na direction nating lahat. Hindi
Yeah, I just
galing yung
want
1.8.
to have that consideration lang na questioning. Kasi everybody is asking questions with that, MR na. So nag-change lang ako ng ganong
Para maiba ka lang, Hope. Para maiba ka lang, Hope. Kasi yung tao
kasi
kino-question
parang-
si Romualdez.
kasi
So
sa
ikaw,
totoo lang,
ino-question mo yung nag-ano.
binubugbog na si ano. Yeah. Oo, kasi lahat naman nagko-question na yun.
Oo, pero,
basically, I have
sorry.
to deal with it. Kasi kasi totoo lang, SM9, bombard na si MR sa kanya. SM9, lahat, si Harry Roque, inaano na si MR. So basically, kaya sabi ko, baka naman isa to sa way din nila ng SM9 to everything, lahat ito on kay MR. Parang ganun lang, kini-question. Kaya that's why, baka it's just that I need to ask question for that certain amount. But guys, I'm with you. I'm with you with that. Hindi niyo ako kalaban. I'm pro Filipino pa rin. But
It's irrelevant, Hope, no? Kasi I just think your question is very counterproductive, no, when you're focusing on the source, especially in this times na if you're watching Maharlika, she's saying that everyone is keeping quiet because their lives are being threatened. So it's actually very good to have at least one source exposing this. A source that is brave enough to expose something like this, it may be true or not. Let's hope for an answer from MR. Kasi hindi na nagsasalita ang mga tao kasi tinatakot sila yung buhay nila. So, yun lang, I have to remind everyone on that, nakakatakot yung government natin ngayon kasi the regular citizen is being targeted.
Yes, yun din sa akin, Hope. Like, for example, during PRRD's time, critical yung mainstream media towards him. And it's only SMNI who is who is not critical towards him. And now it's actually PBBM and everyone in the traditional media is not critical with PBBM or to his administration. No one is questioning him. Even the Pinklawans, Hedarian, Jover Laurio, Rappler, who were very critical during his candidacy, has
No one in
already
mainstream media
changed.
is asking the Congress how they spent our money. Pagkatapos,
Exactly.
SMNI na nga lang yung nagtanong, gusto mo pa? Saan mo nakuha yung 1.8?
Bunjakin mo pa sila, di ba? We are silencing everyone who questions this administration.
Point. At saka public knowledge na yun na yung sources ng media hindi talaga nila i-reveal unless asked by court or yun nga magkaroon ng session sa Congress at itawagin sila. This is public knowledge, kaya nagulat ako kung bakit tinatanong mo yung SMNI or kung bakit nire-require mo yung SMNI to reveal the information from their sources. Yung information, yung detailed information na nakuha nila doon sa kanilang source. Kaya nagtataka ako kasi karapatan public knowledge yan, na karapatan ng media, proteksyonan ng kanilang sources at yung mga information na gusto nilang ilabas. Ganun lang yun.
I'm not requiring them. I'm just asking if they can. If they cannot, it's okay for me. And by the way, dun sa I ask question regarding dun sa how question ko lang to it's just random questions. How come na parang ano yung reason or is there any evidence that this government silencing the people who are this government the government that we are in.
This government wanted to review the legislative franchise of SMNI just because MR was asked how spent
is it
his
part
travel expenses.
of the Congress itself or just the
that's the action of the entire Congress. It was actually directed during the plenary. The plenary is the meeting of the entire body, and the action was done during that time. So yes, I can say it is the action of the Congress.
I hope the only way for you to find out is try to be critical of the government and you will definitely find out, no? If you will be silenced or not.
Who's silencing is the government or the Congress itself.
Try to be more critical nga, and then you will find out.
Government, Hope.
hope ka sa ganito, the Congress itself, historic to ha, will not talk kung si PBBM mismo is actually speaking, but since he is silenced, diba, there is a golden rule, silence means yes.
Hindi ba pwedeng he's just, ito lang sa akin ha, is just a parang practicing the different branches of the government?
No.
A
Okay.
separation of
Actually,
different...
I'm glad that you bring that up. Kasi, yung mga apologists, yan yung lagi nilang ginagamit na reason na, hindi naman po pwedeng panghimasukan ng presidente ang trabaho ng legislative. Hindi naman. Alam mo, when we talk about the separation of powers of each branches of government, we're talking about duties and responsibilities. Ibig sabihin, yung apolitical na aspect ng trabaho nila, wherein they have specific responsibilities and obligations dun sa branch of government nila. Okay? Doon naka-confine yung separation ng powers ng mga the president cannot meddle with the affairs of the legislature. For example, magpe-plenary session kami ng Tuesday, tapos sasabihin ng presidente, hindi, gawin nyo ng Monday yan. Ganyan. Hindi yun po pwede. Hindi yun po pwedeng basta-basta lang nagawin ng gano'n ng presidente. Okay? Hindi po pwedeng, in the same manner na kung kunwari, nasabihin ng presidente na okay, magre-raid, ang tawag dito, magkakaroon tayo ng pagre-raid, ganyan-ganyan. Pagkatapos sasabihin ng House Speaker na, hindi, wag kang mag-raid ng ganitong araw, ha? No, it is confined with the discretion of the executive kung papaano niya gagawin ang trabaho niya, okay? Yung sinasabi na separation ng powers, yung ang pangalan nito, yung you cannot yung co-equal branches of government and the committee that they have to afford to each other is limited doon sa trabaho nila. Okay? Political power is entirely different. Okay? Sa political power, okay, diyan tayo labo-labo. Okay? Diyan tayo labo-labo. Yung political power na yan, yun yung tinutukoy I think it was Seth who mentioned it. Yung political power na yan, yung hinahanap ng mga tao. Because if ang tawag dito, the legislative wanted to do something like, for example, gusto na namin gawing legal ang abortion. Ganyan, okay? Pagkatapos na pagbotohan doon or whatsoever, but the president, pro-life siya, ganyan-ganyan. Sabihin ng presidente, my opinion is, we have to respect the life of the Kemerut, ganyan-ganyan. Iba yung opinion ng presidente dun sa opinion ng The president has to voice out his concerns. Okay? He has to voice out his concerns. Ngayon, kung ano yung opinion niya, whether we like it or not, it will have an influence doon sa legislative. Because that's political. Overlap talaga ang political. Hindi mo po pwedeng linyahan yan. Okay? Yung linya na tinutukoy dito, it is all about dun sa kanilang trabaho, yung operations. Yun yung tinutukoy doon. Pero pagdating doon sa political power ng branches of government, sapaw-sapaw po yan. Wala pong limitasyon yan. Hindi yan example of that. Who wanted to impeach Corona? Was it really the Senate who wanted to impeach Corona? No, it was the president. It was Pinoy. Okay? What did Pinoy do? He exercises political power over the Senate to ensure conviction of Corona. Right? So pwede mo bang gamitin dito yung argument na hindi kasi hindi ba po pwede na nirerespeto lang nila ang trabaho ng walang ganun sa political power. Walang ganun sa exercise of political power ng branches of government. So please, I'm glad that you brought that up, no? Kasi ilang beses ko na rin gustong talakayan yan kaso lagi ko nakakalimutan eh. Pero yun, that's my take on that. Yung pong powers nila, na hindi dapat pinakikialaman yung ibang branches. It is limited on their everyday work. Okay? It is limited on their everyday work. But
Paano,
when it comes to political power, hindi mo malilinyahan yan.
paano kung yung
Nag-overstep
political
yan.
power na yan is hindi lang talaga siya nangingialam, Miss Joey? What if lang ganun? What if that kind of political power he has is
Then, the
that
president,
he was...
the more
Okay.
that you have an evidence of the weakness of the president.
Mhm.
Because you
Yeah,
have a political
pwede.
power. You have a
Correct.
political power. Use it correctly. Diba?
Pero
You have
is
a
that the way
political
we
power. Use it
wanted?
correctly.
We wanted, like for example, kasi ito, like for example, ang ngayon, still, inaano pa rin siya ni VP Sara, no? VP Sara still has a support. Still has support. Supported niya pa rin si President, even though he has, you know, yung political power niya ganun or something na we don't like it. Pero still, nagbabangko na ako kay VP Sara. Because kung ano yung ano niya, ibig sabihin, mas meron siyang alam doon towards anything else, diba? So parang ang dating sa akin, if he's still supported by VP Sara, which is I admire the most, ibig sabihin, he knows everything going on within the politics until Congress. Like for example, resolutions of the ICCs. The resolution of the ICCs right now is coming from the minority or those people who's napakaliit na area. Although ngayon sa justice, doon sa committee level, pasado na siya. But doesn't mean it will be absorbed by the Congress. Parang may mga ganong aspect, which is hinahayaan lang ng presidente. It's a political power na hayaan lang sila to conduct their own.
Well,
Oh, ganun talaga.
yung ang ganong action ni yung ganong action na hinahayaan lang ng presidente, that's all the more make him weak. Kasi parang unang-una, me and Sas had a very, very exhaustive discussion on ICC issue, okay? Sa totoo lang, kahit naman magsampa ng 100 resolusyon ang Congress, if the President is not going to adopt those resolution, then ICC cannot come over. Which is, tama naman yon. That is the operational level. Kung function lang ang pag-uusapan natin, edi, ganun talaga yon. But of course, Congress also has a political power, ha? They also have a political power. If they're going to create 100 resolution, pagkatapos inisnab lang ng presidente, it would also mean that, the president, 100 na, limpak-limpak na House resolution na yung na-file doon. Pagkatapos, yung presidente, hindi pinansin yung So, it could create a political, flashpoint pagka nangyari yon. Okay. What would a strong leader would do in this kind of situation? Actually, if you would remember, when the ICC wanted to prosecute the Americans during sa war in Afghanistan for the war crimes they committed there, okay, mga rape, mga murders and everything, ganyan-ganyan. What did Trump do? Okay? What did Trump do? Trump made an executive order na kung papasok ang ICC sa bansa nila at kung merong bansa na susuporta sa ICC, susugurin namin kayo. That's the executive order of Trump. Nakita mo kung gaano ka-intense yung sabi niya gano'n, this is a question of sovereignty. Yung same reasons that we are actually fostering here. Sinasabi ng Amerika na, ICC, you cannot come over because it is a violation of our sovereignty. You're going to kemerut undermining the justice system of the United States of America. Kenemerlu, ganyan. So what did Trump do? He issued an executive order defending the sovereignty of the United States of America and threatened that if there would be any country na susuportahan ang ICC sa panghihimasok sa Amerika, susugurin namin kayo. Yun yung sabi ng Amerika. Okay, now, Of course, hindi tayo ganun ka-powerful dito sa Pilipinas. Siyempre, dito puny lang naman tayo diba? Hindi naman tayo ganun kalakas, hindi naman tayo ganun ka-powerful. Pero dito sa Pilipinas, PBBM can very well do that. So, yung mga congressmen, manahimik na. At he has that political power. Okay? He has that authority and political power to issue an executive order and say that this executive order is to fortify the stand of the Republic of the Philippines that ICC is never going to be allowed here in the Philippines. Kenemerlu, ganyan-ganyan. Did he do that? No, he didn't. So, ang ginagawa ng Pangulo ngayon, hinahayaan niyang magkagulo ang Kongreso na papasukin ba? Hindi ba papapasukin? Papapasukin ba? Hindi ba papapasukin? Why? I don't know. Maybe because they wanted to know and to test the waters kung ano magiging reaksyon ng tao, kung papayag na bang mga tao, magagalit ba ang mga tao sa mga kongresista kapag ka nag-file sila ng resolution na ganyan? Ano ba? Anong level ba ng galit? Alam mo yun? So, sa akin yung mga reasons na hindi ba kasi napaka-simplistic ng ganong approach na hindi ba ayaw lang pakialaman yung trabaho ng ano ganyan.
Nag-save lang, no?
Yeah, you have to understand that they have their operational duties, their basic authorities, and they also have their political powers at the same time. So you cannot argue in any political situation where both basic authorities and political power are in play. Hindi po pwede mong sabihin na, hindi kasi po pwedeng magsapawan yung mga yan.
Bakit do you think si BBM, hindi siya mag-issue ng gano'n? Like, categorically. No?
Tsaka just to add lang PBBM yielded his political power during the mishap of the daughter of Gwen Garcia. Haven't you remembered? Diba? When he said that he has trust and confidence with the DOT secretary, the Congress was silent.
Oh, hindi nila inimbestigahan yung DOT, Hindi nila
in-investigate that's what you call political power.
Yeah, that's a good example, sir. Oh.
Just like how PRRD defended
Leni Robredo.
Yeah. And also our DOH secretary Duque. That's political power.
Yes.
At saka gusto ko rin dagdagan yung sinabi ni Random Tits kanina, yung tungkol dun sa suppression ng ating media or specifically yung SMNI. So kung bakit parang ang insinuation natin pinatatahimik, no? Kasi ang nagpapatawag yata ng yung Legislative Franchise Department ng Congress, di ba?
Committee on Legislative Franchise.
Committee on
Legislative. That franchise. That
Yes. Sila ang nagre-release ng franchise, Hindi ito katulad nung nangyari naman doon sa ABS-CBN. Na kaya naman kinwestiyon yun lahat nung kanilang ipinapasang papel kasi expired na yung prangkisa nila. Ito, may existing franchise to, gusto nilang lang questionin. Diba? Gagamitin nila yung kung sa tinanggi ng Congress na hindi totoo yung balita, kaya kailangan humarap ang SMNI at patunayan nila, ilabas nila yung source at patunayan nila sa Kongreso, iharap nila yung kanilang ebidensya. Yun ang gustong gawin ng Congress. At tapos yung ano ba tawag doon? Yung Congressional Department na yon sa pag nagre-release ng franchise, yun ang gagawa ng investigation sa SMNI. So baka pwede pa nilang gamitin na grounds to na nagpapakalat ng fake news itong media entity na to, pwede natin tanggalan ng prangkisa. So ibig sabihin nung pinatatahimik mo yung media.
Tama si Kalipi, no? The mere fact that it is referred to the Committee on Legislative Franchise, the franchise of SMNI is already in danger. Yun, ganun lang siya kasimple. Kasi bakit mo re-reviewin yung franchise yan? May existing franchise yan. Diba? Just because may fake news? Diba? It's talaga yan. They are really trying to silence SMNI. It's very clear. At pagkatapos, on top of that, bigla-bigla na lang nawawala ang mga social media account ng SMNI.
True. And most of our scientists as well, Hope, were also parang accused of fake news with the Roman Catholics during their parang pagiging scientist, pero it was proven on a latter part, so it does not mean
The latter
na
time.
it does not mean na something happens today, it will automatically be a fake news later on, because later on it can be proven wrong or it can be proven right, just like with our scientists, just like Albert Einstein, diba? Albert Einstein was actually accused of a fake news.
Pero ito lang yung question ko. Dapat yung mga malapit kay PRRD or the Duterte family during at na ngayon ay nasa government ngayon, should sa tingin ko kailangan magsalita na rin. Like, I don't know
Tinatanggal sila, Hope.
if-
Tinatanggal sila.
Like-
Nagkaroon ng massive layoff. Actually, sa totoo lang, these are the things that a lot of people do not know. The PBBM administration had been removing people that are actually
From Davao.
that are actually known to be PRRD people.
Correct.
Kung makikita ninyo, yung mga tao na matataas, sila Anyo, sila Gibo, yung mga known na mga Duterte people pero matataas.
Yeah, si Parlade, kasi siya naman yung
Wala si Parlade sa
Ay,
government.
si Calves pala, still on the kasama siya sa nag-sign ng resolution or peace talk, 'di ba? Which is dati kasama.
So ngayon,
I don't know why.
kung makikita mo, Hope, yung trend, yung mga top Duterte guy, lahat sila nag-switch na.
True.
Hindi na, yung Duterte policy noon are not the ones that they are pushing now in PBBM government.
Bakit kaya? What do you think?
Because that's what PBBM is actually wanted, and this is just like an insider
I don't know, because maybe their job is at stake.
True.
Kaya yung
Pero
mga
if
mababang
they are
posisyon,
loyal to
yung mga
Filipino
mababang
people,
posisyon, wait lang. Yung mga mabababang posisyon na known na Duterte guy, pinagtatanggal na.
Oo.
And
I think it was in June yata, 18 known Duterte appointees ang pinag-resign sabay-sabay.
And Hope, eto ha, I have heard this from a friend who is a friend of a undersecretary in Malacanang. The only Davao people there are under sino nga yung husband ni Don Salweta, ate?
Anton Lagdameo.
Yes, Anton Lagdameo. Those are the only Davao people in Malacanang, which is under Anton Lagdameo. And those politicians that is within the power of Anton Lagdameo has switched party. Duhali and I forgot the other guy. So that's how it is going right now.
So, yun. So, ang point, no? Walang continuity nangyayari. And those people who used to serve under it's really about power. And people are all going to change their belief and whatsoever because of power and money. So, yung mga tao, kahit yung mga tao nun ni Duterte, yung mga nag-serve under him, either they are removed or they have to switch sides.
In other words, Ate Joey,
kung nakikita na yan what if nakikita na ni VP Sara with that, no? I believe hindi naman pwedeng hindi niya nakikita yan.
Kita niya yun.
And
Kita niya yun.
nakita niya. Pero,
Hope, sa akin let's be critical here. You think it is prudent for Inday Sara na i-head-on collision niya ngayon yung government?
Yes.
After all the sibakang nagaganap, na pag alam nilang maka Duterte ka, sisibakin ka, you think it's prudent for Inday Sara na hindi, kukwestiyonin ko ang actions ni PBBM right here, right now?
After all the backstabbing.
After all the backstabbing.
and also Paulo Duterte in Congress, hindi siya nagsasalita regarding this matter sa Congress.
Hindi kasi
Congressman si Paulo Duterte in di ba?
this is the normal SOP ng government. Pag nagpalit ng presidente, nagpapalit din ng alliances. Normal talaga yun eh. Tapos, in the ideal world, bakit hindi nagsasalita si Inday Sara ba? In the ideal world, dapat nagsasalita sila. Kasi kaya nga nasabi mo kanina na naputol, kung mahal mo yung bayan mo, bakit mo aalisin? Diba? Kung may kaso hindi nga ganun ang labanan pagdating sa government.
Simple lang Kalipi Inday Sara is not Leni Robredo. I think Inday Sara understands that he can serve our country well kapag okay siya sa administration. Kasi una-una, mas magkakaroon siya ng access sa resources ng gobyerno kapag okay siya sa presidente. 'Di ba?
At magagawa niya pa yung trabaho niya.
Mas madali sa kanya gumalaw kapag okay sila. At least on paper, no, na okay sila ng presidente. 'Di ba? So I don't think I think Inday Sara is smart enough not to do a Leni Robredo.
Tsaka if ever Polong will question the government, baka makunan pa ng era yung mga district. I mean, there's like a lot of congressmen aligned with the Dutertes who are just silent because they're also worried with their constituents. Hindi lang naman kasi na pamilyang Duterte
may
lang
ang sticks na
exactly.
Ang ano dito, no, ang long and short of it is that we cannot really expect yung mga tao na we cannot really expect these people to be the one who are parang calling out the government or the one who's going to oppose or things like that. Kasi ngayon yung problema, Diyos ko, binili na nga nilang lahat ng opposition. So ngayon, it's really on the people. It's really on me and you to speak up. Walang ibang magsasalita. Tayo talaga yung magsasalita.
Miss Joey, kasi ito yung ano ko sa akin. Kung
Tayo
may
yung walang
nakita
say.
silang mali na sa pag may nakikita na silang mali, kasi I'm looking forward, I'm banking on them because nandyan sila. That's why I'm still believing on this administration because they are there to advise. Kaya nga nandyan yung mga cabinet secretaries para lang to advise. And natutuwa ako may mga certain people dyan na pinagkakatiwalaan mo. Wherein, kaya sila nandyan is to be loyal to the Filipino. Wherein, kapag nakita nilang may mali na in this administration, they need to speak up and resign to come up with coalition na opposition talaga.
I think that will happen after the midterm election because right now hindi ka pa talaga pwede mag head on kasi nakatali yung budget mo at the moment. So I think that might happen on the midterm election.
If that happens.
Yes, because I think Hope is actually very idealist instead of being realist. So
may may carrot and sticks kasi dun sa kapag ka nasa gobyerno ka na. Kaya nga 'di ba meron tayong tinatawag na kinain ka na ng sistema, ganun.
True.
Because there are really things when you are in government already. There are really things that are bigger than the ideas and political will of any politician. That's what made PRRD a great leader Kasi hindi siya pakain sa sistema. Hindi siya
sagutin ko lang to si Adobo ha. Sabi niya by letting ICC in, Western democratic standards will be realized. Sinusuka na po ang Western standard best. Ang Asia ngayon, Asia is the future, it's not the West.
Yes.
Asian Western democratic standards pinagsasabi nito?
Wala nang democratic standard ang West. They're killing blacks. They're killing people.
The democratic standard of the West is only in paper, no, never in action. So, wag kang umasa dyan.
Anyway, Adobo, in-invite kita. Umakyat ka kung gusto mo.
I just want to add,
balik lang tayo dun sa, yung pinag-uusapan natin kanina, na-distract na ako, ayan.
I just want to add, Miss Joy, kay Hope, no, na I think the people who are supporting OVP and yung may mga principled people talaga are just being quiet. They're treading the waters carefully. Kasi kung like ako, kakapanood ko lang sa mga videos ni Maharlika na sobrang shocking yung ibang mga revelations niya. If her claims are true, no, if you speak out now, you will be targeted. Like everything na kung ano yung makukuha nila sa'yo at sa pamilya mo, ita-target ka. So I'm pretty sure they are aware of that. That's why they're being careful.
Tsaka ano to labanan ng information na to ngayon eh. We are in the yung politics natin, meron na ring labanan ng information, yung gathering and gathering dirts upon each other, no. Ngayon, in the ideal world, tama ka, dapat may nagsasalita na, may nagre-resign, pero hindi mangyayari yan. Ako, I think, pag mangyari yan na magsalita si Inday Sara, hindi against PBBM sa mga policies niya now, pero baka sabihin niya yung mga gusto niyang gawin kapag tumatakbo na siyang presidente. At pag nanalo siya, halimbawa, sasabihin niya yung mga natutunan niya dito, hindi niya sisirain yung gobyerno na to.
Diba,
Kasi wala siyang mapapala eh.
Nangyari na kasi yan during Arroyo's time.
Magmumukha siyang trapo.
Diba nung Arroyo's time, nag-resign yung mga tao or yung mga cabinet members niya, halos marami. Because it's not the same idea. Yung parang ganun yung nangyari. So, I'm waiting on that. That's why I'm banking on them on that matter because I don't know inside. Hindi ko alam yung...
na nga. May mga nag-resign na nga. Yun nga ang problema. Ang difference is yung mga nag-resign kasi parang mga USEC ASEC level, hindi mga secretary levels. May mga nag-resign na nga. Sir Mon Waloping, nag-resign.
And yung...
Si Attorney Trixie, Ma'am Joey.
Sa Presidential Communications Office, nag-resign. Marami nang nag-resign. Marami nang nag-resign. Yun nga lang, hindi talaga siya, it is not broadcasted. And I think, emphasize ko lang, the problem really is our system. Our system really, because of the carrots and sticks that comes with it. Dun sa sistema natin na, pag hindi ka sumunod dun sa nag-wield ng power, hindi ka makakuha ng karot. Ganon. Because of that system, it's actually very difficult to speak up na parang, hindi kasi mag-resign ako kasi nandidiri na ako, or hindi ko na kinakaya, or ganyan, ganon. Hindi kasi siya, it is always an option, if for example Gibo Teodoro hindi niya na kinakaya yung foreign policy ni PBBM, I hope he resigns, ganyan. Pero kung matatandaan ninyo, yung mga nag-resign nun sa panahon ni GMA, hindi naman sila nag-resign ng basically out of principle lang or whatsoever. Meron rin silang mga political agenda.
And that was near election.
Si Soliman, di ba?
Tsaka near election na din yun ate.
Oo. Nag-perpetuate yung nag-perpetuate yung career nila kay Pinoy.
Kay Pinoy.
'Di ba? So parang sa akin yung napaka-simplistic kung ganun yung approach. Hindi kasi siya ganun eh. And yun nga yung sinasabi ko rin na yung same criticism nung kay Leni Robredo. Nung kay Leni Robredo, sinasabi niya pro-Filipino siya, public servant siya and everything. But one of the first few things that I question kay Leni Robredo noon is her incapability to work with the government no matter how much she abhor the Duterte administration. Kasi unang-una, nandyan ka. Dapat, iniisip mo kung ano yung maximum public service na pwede mong gawin. So ngayon, kapag inaaway-away mo yung administration, paano ka makakapag-serve sa publiko ng mas maayos? 'Di ba? Hindi ka makaka-coordinate ng maayos sa Office of the President or things like that. Tingnan mo, hindi ka nagkaroon ng isang matagalang cabinet position kasi ingrata ka, 'di ba? So parang tingin ko, Inday Sara is not powerful when it comes to government structure. She's just a vice president. She doesn't have power. She doesn't have power. Ang malakas kay Inday Sara is her political power. Kasi people are all listening to what she is saying and what she is going to say moving forward. Diba? Makikita mo nga si social media, marami dyan yung mga hardcore DBS talaga. They are just waiting for Inday Sara to say something. Diba?
I'm waiting for VP Sara to say something actually. Because I want to know if kasi hanggat hindi siya I'm still supporting the administration because of her. Because sinasabi niya, still enjoying the trust and confidence of the government. So ibig sabihin may alam siya na sa tingin niya makakabuti for the Philippines as well. So I'm banking on him, on her talaga on this one. That's why I'm just waiting for her to speak of something ill to the president or something like kahit mag-against lang siya or pag-usapan nila yung policy na hindi siya okay with it, di ba? On the
I think
level
PRRD is already doing it for Inday.
Why?
RD. At saka yung mga spicy DDS.
Tsaka, why do you have to wait for her when you can speak out naman for yourself, diba?
I'm not, and I'm saying
Yeah, I was
speaking
about to
out.
say that si Haya. Yung kasi si Inday, limited talaga yung niya. Nasa government siya eh. So limited talaga yung sasabihin niya. She cannot say na hindi niya sinusuportahan or di ba? Do you really expect the
Kasi
Vice President
superficial lang yung
to be
nakikita
part of the
natin
government?
But inside
Hindi niya
it,
sinusuportahan si PBBM. Parang feeling ko hindi naman talaga yun. Kasi if she's going to say something different, gulo yun. Gulo yun. Gulo talaga yun.
Political vacuum na yun.
Oo, magkakaroon talaga ng kaguluhan. So, I do not really expect Inday to say something. When Inday is going to sing a different tune, that's going to spell so much difference sa PBBM administration. That's going to spell instability. That's going to spell conflict. So, are we ready to face those at the moment? Are we ready now to face them?
how about
That's the
Bato
question.
and Go? They are indifferent. Ano kaya yung, si Go hindi na siya masyadong sasalita.
Naglalaro lang din sila eh.
And
Ganito yan,
Bato.
kasi tama si Ma'am Joey, no? Pagka nagsalita ng kontra si BP sa presidente, magkakaroon ng division ang Pilipino. At ito malinaw.
May
Oo,
division na ngayon.
Oo. Oh, yeah. Ibig sabihin yun, conflict.
Yung division ngayon, hindi siya nagre-resolve into a huge political war kasi hindi nagsasalita si Inday Sara. But the division is we already have a division now. Ngayon, yung division na yan, hindi lang yan nahihinog kasi hindi nagsasalita si Sara. Pero once na magsalita si Sara, puputok yung division na yan at magre-result into a full-blown conflict.
And if you
Sasha, diba?
Go ahead, si Aya.
Nagsalita siya nga, 'di ba, yung sa Afghanistan issue. Kaya naging issue yung CIF
True.
niya. So, what do you expect from her if she will speak out, magiging outcast siya. Siya yung tatargetin. So, wala nang power. Kawawa naman si OVP.
Yeah.
And we also need to remember na I think early last month or 2 months ago, former SP Soto, PGMA, FPRRD met. So there might be something.
Hopefully, I really think I really believe that they are not going to take this sitting naman.
Yes, GMA will not taking the she will not just sit there without any retaliation.
Political pa rin naman eh. May political
Yes.
backing pa rin si... At saka ano ba yun? Nawala yung train of thought ko.
Tsaka GMA is still with Lakas. Martin is just thinking that he controls Lakas.
Hindi. GMA
Diba?
pa rin yun. GMA pa rin. Pero ito ang sasabihin ko sa'yo, Hope, no? Samahan mo kami. Kasi dati, kung mapapansin mo, kaming mga maliliit, kagaya ko, tapos sila Ma'am Joey, nasa likod kami nila Ma'am Joey eh. Dati, kahit nung hindi pa namin maririnig ang opinion ni Ma'am Joey, nakasupport kami kay PBBM. Kadebate namin dito sa TikTok yung mga dilawan, yung mga campaigns, kung ano yung sabihin nila, kinokontra namin sa live ng ibang mga nag-host, gaya nila Ma'am Claude at tas dito kay Ma'am Joey. Ngayon, nag-iba na kami. Kasi actually, kami ang nasasaktan. Nararamdaman namin yung mga maling policies, nakikita namin yung mga maling pronouncement ng presidente at ng mga nasa likod niya. Kaya kami nagiging nagiging spicy na rin kami laban sa kanya. So, yun na lang ang magagawa natin sa ngayon. Pero yung ating Vice Presidente, kung nakasuporta ka sa kanya,
Actually,
maraming salamat.
Kalipi, ang gusto kong marinig ngayon, kasi ito talaga, it will demand reaction from the Vice President. Yung NDF, yung peace talks with NDF.
NDF, oo.
I really want to know what Inday Sara thinks about that. And sa totoo lang, Hope, feeling ko pag nagsalita dito si Inday,
Ito na yun.
baka ito na yun. Kasi sa akin, Hope, that's really the straw that broke the camel's back. Kasi talaga ako na napamura talaga ako na putang ina BBM.
Ako to Joey sa totoo lang. High blood rin ako about that peace talks because there are a lot of peace talks that happened before, and yet what's the difference of this? We all know what are the
Sarahan lang nila yan.
Yes.
Magbudgetan ng bilyon-bilyon.
alam natin kung anong ginagawa ng mga yan. Pag may peace talks, kahit sabihin ceasefire, walang ceasefire na nangyayari. Diyos ko.
Papalakas lang yan. Magre-reconsolidate lang yung mga
doon
yan.
din ako nagulat with the news regarding the peace talks. No, sobrang hindi nagulat ako. I want to give a benefit of a doubt with regard to that. I don't know what his
Wala nang benefit of the doubt. Pag nakita ko si BBM, alam mo talagang mumurahin ko talaga siya. This is not what you promised, motherfucker. I did not sign up for this.
Adobo, I have a question.
Ina mo.
Adobo, I have a
in.
question. You may not divulge it or you may not answer it if you're not comfortable. But are you in Mindanao?
Well, anyways, ayun nga. Yung kay Ma'am Joey, alam ko, Ma'am Joey, sabi niyo yung turning point niya, yung yung umalis yung binitawan ni PBBM ang DA. Ako nadismaya ako doon sa ICC na yung pronouncement ng mga tao ng presidente about the ICC, no. Kaya yun nga yung sinasabi ni Ma'am Joey, kapag ka nagsalita si Inday Sara against dito sa
Peace talk
na to, yun na yung katapusan nung unity team namin. Yeah. Kanya-kanya na to. Oh, yeah.
Already died November 6.
Yeah.
Yun yung doon na even before that, talagang may mga away na and whatsoever. But I think the official death of Uniteam was November 6, 2023. Why? Because that was the time when the Congress signed a House resolution backing up Martin Romualdez. Doon sa doon sa resibo-resibo, yung mga ganyan-ganyan, yung parang putang ina talaga. Ganun. So basically finartify nila yung finartify nila yung breakup because of that.
Salita sila di ba? Sila Harry Roque.
So ngayon, yung ang tawag dito, yung itong nangyayari na yung pag-alis ni PBBM sa Department of Agriculture, that was actually my turning point in calling that was the verification for me na parang sa akin walang duda, walang weak talaga. Yon. Weak talaga. Feeling ko yun talaga yung crowning glory ng weakness ng administration ni PBBM. So that is why at that point all my hope on the administration were already lost from that day moving forward. But yesterday when we had SMNI is being investigated, NDF is sitting on negotiating table with the Philippine government. For me, those are putang ina moments. So, verified na weak yung presidente. Pero ito, parang putang ina. Nakakaputang ina talaga. As in, yung talagang, ano ba to basurang to? I did not sign up for this. As in yung, alam mo ganito yung I am so disgusted that I became part of this bullshit. Ganong point, ganon katindi. Because, sa totoo lang, maalala niyo to nung during election, yung nagkaroon pa tayo ng, hindi ko alam kung yung mga nandun rin nung time na yun. Nagkaroon kami ng live viewing party dun sa debate ng SMNI. And we were listening to the president when he was talking about peace talks. Tinanong siya, peace talks, ganyan. Tapos yung una niya kasing sagot doon, yung parang sabi niya, hindi, peace talks is something that we need to explore, kineme, ganyan. Tapos nag-commercial break. Ayan, nandiyan si Richard, ayan, nandiyan yung mga yan. Nag-commercial break. Alam niyo yung mga reaction namin during that time, during the break, na parang, putang ina PBBM, talaga ang dami ako sinabi ko talaga na this is make or break for me, putang ina, no peace talks. Ano yung peace talks na yung pinagsasabi ni PBBM yan? Putang ina, linawin ni PBBM to kasi talaga, magbabago talaga ang baraha ko, ganyan. Ganun yung namin noon, ganun yung conversation namin noon. And so, bumalik uli doon sa debate after commercial break. Nilinaw ni PBBM. The peace talks he was talking about was the localized peace talks. There is no point in conducting a peace talks with CPP and NPA, NDF anymore. It doesn't work, kineme, ganun. Pagkatapos kahapon, magkakaroon ng peace talks with NDF. Kasi sa akin talaga, if I'm going to see the president in person, mumurahin ko talaga siya. This is not what you told us. Putang ina niyo po. Nakakasuka po kayo! And I'm so sorry You know, I fought hard for this, I fought hard, thinking that this is our best shot for progress. I thought this is the best option for our country. Diba?
Ma'am Joey, dadagdagan ko lang kasi hindi ko talaga pwedeng hindi mapansin yung pinagsasabi ni Alden, na buti na lang daw makananay siya at buti na lang daw hindi sila nahulog sa panguuto, Excuse me po, kahit po anong gawin ninyo, hindi po magiging better option si nanay nyo. Solohin nyo yan. Kahit na ganito na ang nangyayari namin at nag-iiba na kami ng posisyon kay BBBM, hindi pa rin magiging better option si Leni Robredo kahit anong gawin ninyo.
Tsaka Miss Joy, marami sa amin, I don't know what percentage we are in the PBBM's vote, pero yung option kasi namin is not to vote or to vote or to pick one kasi ang pangit, ang lala ng mga options nung time na yun. But we are in the percentage who voted for him because of his geopolitical yung policy niya, yung foreign policy niya. At marami mga people who are living abroad na gustong bumalik sa Pilipinas. Marami kami, and kaya yung anong tawag nito, yung parang trust namin hanggang dun lang sa EDCA natapos na. So, yeah.
Magkakaiba kasi nga talaga rin tayo ng threshold dyan, and that's perfectly normal, that's perfectly understandable. Pero yung mga nagsasabi na, ang tawag dito, yung mga nagle-Lenny dyan, alam nyo, bago kayo anuhin nyo muna, panalunin nyo muna yung kandidato ninyo. Hindi nyo nga mapanalo tangina nyo Di ba saka kayong magyabang-yabang dyan? Wala kayong pagmamayabang. Hindi nyo nga napanalo Diyos me. In fact, dapat nga masaya kayo ngayon kasi apparently, a vote for Bongbong Marcos is actually a vote for Leni Robredo. Parehas lang ng ginagawa
yun po. Yun, magsasalita po ako. Yun nga yun yung mga policies na kaya natin binoto si BBM noon. Yung nanonood tayo ng Ma'am Joey nung sa SMNI noon. Nandito na ako noon yung sa watch party na yan. Kaya napawawa ko nung sinabi niya, ay walang peace talks. Ito yung sa mga, as in talagang, tawag doon, kabaliktaran ng gagawin ni Leni. If ever. And now, kaya ngayon, may mga makaleni ngayon dyan sa comment section. Kaya natutuwa kayo ngayon kasi kung ano yung policies ni Lenny, ayun yung nakikita nyo ngayon.
Actually, kayo talaga yung nanalo.
Yung nanalo.
Kayo yung nanalo. Hindi kayo.
Hindi nila it will be
Ang nakakainis ito, nakakadagdag ng fuel ng inis ko, ano. Nung umpisa kasi, critical na critical kay PBBM, etong mainstream media. Ngayon, gino-glorify ng mainstream media yung peace talk na to, hayop. Kasi gusto nilang mangyari yan, eh. Kung ngayong kakampi ang media, kay PBBM na ko lalo akong nawala.
Binili na kasi sila, di ba?
Binili na sila. Binili na nga daw sila.
Nabili na sila, eh.
And even if they want to speak, they can't kasi they will be threatened. So, anong choice mo nun?
SMNI.
Unless you want to go independent.
May ano na lang tayo, hanggang 3:30 lang tayo ha. 3:30 na pala. Ganyan. Finn, meron kang gustong i-share?
Ma'am Joey, si Mono to. Na-block
Ay, si Mono pala to.
Na-restrict na naman yung account ko eh.
Bakit?
May mga nakakasagutan kasi ako dito, Miss Joey, about the PBBM. So, I think nare-report ako.
Okay. Nire-report ka.
Yeah. So,
Welcome
Ma'am Joey,
to
balikan ko lang yung power play. Maganda yung mga examples kung bakit tahimik si PBBM. I think ang bottom line nito, kaya
Bakit tahimik si Inday?
kaya si PBBM, Miss Joey, kaya tahimik yun. Kasi probably, he only speak sa mga topic na will not benefit him. Katulad nung kay yung sa anak ni Gwen Garcia, right? He spoke about still trusting yung anak ni Gwen about the DOT issues. So I think yun talaga ang ginagawa niya, and napapansin namin dito na medyo ang style ng ni PBBM is a kind of covert kind of government, no? Na pwedeng niyang gamitin yung gawin niyang screen or separately. Pero the thing kasi is nakakapagsalita naman siya dun sa mga bagay na alam niyang hindi siya makapag-benefit. Pero why he keeps on silent siya dun sa mga bagay na katulad nito, no, yung sa CF Fund, itong sa franchise ng CSMNI, tingin namin dito baka he's gonna benefit out of it. Kaya hindi siya salita.
One definition that a lot of people do not understand is the word politics.
True.
What is politics? I remember my political science professor who would always tell us kung anong ibig sabihin ng politics. What is politics? It is?
Kami ba ang sasagot?
Yeah, kayo ang sasagot. What is politics? Kayo dyan. Kasi we're talking about politics every day, di ba? We're talking about politics every day. I have a professor, very, very intelligent guy. Crush na crush ko yun nung nasa college ako. And he would always tell us, when he's going to start the class, what is politics?
Study of government and the state?
That's political science. Part of political,
yeah,
public administration.
More of power play kasi, Miss Joey, ang politics eh.
Okay. Power play.
Gaining power. Ano, exam ba to?
Gaining power, yes. Gaining power, okay.
Game of numbers.
After nito, no,
Game of
gusto ko
numbers
yung politics
that you can
na
control.
something that you are going to remember your entire life. Yes, ba?
Yeah.
Showing
Game
your
of numbers
power.
that you can control.
Showing your power para magawa mo yung governance mo.
Okay. Kalipi, you're getting there. Ano yung sinasabi ni Rara?
Game of numbers that you can control.
Game of numbers in a democratic government. That may be true. Diba? Okay. Sige, sirat na. Ano naman? Tama na po yung pinagsasabi nyo. Romilay, ano yun sa'yo?
Power struggle between people.
Power struggle between people.
Dagdagan ko na rin, politics yung proseso.
Gaining power, sabi ni Hope, gaining power.
power.
Power, okay.
Will power. Like, it's a power, political will. Parang ganun.
Willpower. Okay. O, game. Eto na. Hindi ko talaga nakalimutan to kasi ito talaga yung very, very apt na definition ng power, ng politics. It is the ability, politics, is the politics is the power of person A to make person B do what otherwise he will or she will not do. Politics is the power of person A for person B to do what person B would not otherwise do.
Ano yan, Ma'am Joey? Ayaw mong madumihan ng kamay mo, so sa akin mo gustong ipagawa.
No. It's power play.
Yeah, parang ganun. No?
In this life, nakanino yung power? Nasa akin. If I want to end the life, I can end this life, right?
Yes, nasa iyo.
I can end this life. So, in this life, I can actually have a stronger political hand against all of you because I can make Hope disappear in this live, Romy Ray disappear on this live, si Haya and all of you, I have the control. Diba? Ako yung pinaka-powerful dito sa live na to, right? Okay. Sino yung next na powerful? Yung mga moderators ko because the moderators also have a power because they can do things that other person might not otherwise do. Right? Ayun. So, ngayon, pag nag-uusapan natin yung current political situation, always remember that. Ano ba yung power ni Inday? Meron ba siyang political power of same magnitude kesa ng presidente? No, she doesn't have that. Okay? The power that Inday has right now, the political power that Inday has right now is, coming from the support of the people. But when is the support of the people important? During election. Where are we right now? So, the political power of Inday is actually not very strong. 'Di ba? Kasi magiging very, very powerful lang yung armas na yan ni Inday, yung card na yan ni Inday, kapag election season na. 'Di ba? Okay. Ngayon, maaaring yung political power ni Inday, which is emanating from people like us, maaaring ito ay maging powerful din na armas. Paano? Kung tayo ay organisado, kung tayo ay nag-iisip, kung tayo ay matalino, kung tayo ay kaya nating kalabanin yung mga bagay na kumukontra doon sa polisiya ni Inday as citizens, as public, as part of the public, as part of the masa. 'Di ba? So, yun. So, ayun lang.
May question ako, Joey. I have
Yes po,
question.
Tata.
Okay, since it is very obvious that all of us think BBM as a weak leader because of those policies na inilalabas niya na in contrary dun sa mga pinangako niya sa atin. Okay. And my question is, what do you think about Maharlika Wealth Fund? Would you agree to abolish na lang ito since it might be root of corruption na lang mangyayari dito?
I'm
Kasi
really
nakikita
scared
na
now
natin
sa
eh.
Harlika Investment Fund. To be honest, Rara, I think Harlika Investment Fund, in theory, is a really, really good policy. Okay talaga sa akin. However, ang tawag dito, dahil nga sa pinakita ng Pangulo na hindi naman niya nakokontrol yung mga tao niya, hindi naman siya na-o-offend sa excesses na ginagawa ng mga iba't ibang gabinete niya. I could not bring myself to trust those people who are going to handle the Maharlika Investment Fund. And they are going to handle huge amount of money. So, nananatili akong naniniwala na ang Maharlika Investment Fund, in theory, is a good program. Ang nakakatakot, at ito naman talaga yung gusto nating bantayan ever since, is how it's going to be managed. And yung confidence ko dun sa magmamanage at dun sa mga taong may power, kung sino ang pipiliin nila na magmanage, is not very high. So, I would say that the risk that we are taking now on Maharlika Investment Fund is really, really, really high. The risk is just quadrupled, I think. Kasi alam naman nating risky talaga yan di ba? Alam naman talaga nating risky yan. Pero, mas nagiging riskier pa. Kasi nga parang, si PBBM, hindi naman pumapalag doon sa excesses ng mga tao under him Diba?
Pero, Ma'am Joey, may dadagdag pa ako. Diba this recently, yung implementing rules and regulations ng Maharlika Wealth Fund has been changed. Yung mga major things dun sa IRR ay na-abolish. For example, isa sa mga requirement ng pagiging to be the head of that Maharlika Wealth Fund should have at least accomplished doctorate level ng education. O di ba? Tapos pangalawa, isa pang sinasabi dun dati na ay supposedly nakapaloob sa batas is a president cannot appoint. Ngayon tinanggal na yun The president can appoint who can lead this Maharlika Wealth Fund.
Actually, Rara, sa totoo lang. Yung version ng Senate. Ito, alam mo, sa totoo lang, wala na talaga akong tiwala dyan sa Maharlika Investment Fund na yan Since noong na-ratipikahan yan sa Senado. Kasi I saw the interview of Mark Villar, tapos sinabi niya na itong version na to ng Senate, ito yung ipapadala namin sa presidente. Kasi magbabaycam naman kami niyan. Kinabukasan tapos na yan, sabi gano'n ni So nagbaycam-baykaman sila ng Congress para doon sa Senate version. And then yung copy na yon allegedly, yun na yung tinatransmit sa Office of the President. I remember merong article yung Radyo Pilipinas. Tapos nilagay nila yung date kung kailan na transfer yung kopya ng Maharlika Investment Bill. During that time, bill pa lang siya. Kung kailan na transfer sa Pagkatapos, remember, it took so long bago nag-act yung presidente dun sa bill na yon. Kasi may mga provisions doon na hindi gusto ng presidente. So parang at that point, nasyadihan na talaga ako doon sa Maharlika Investment Fund. Kasi parang may mga insertion sila doon ng pinaglalagay, mayroong mga sila doon pinaglalagay. That I don't think really translated into tinatamad lang ako Tinatamad lang akong i-compare. Pero yung version ng Senate, sinabi ni Mark Villar, yun din daw yung magiging BICAM version nila. True enough,